Hi guys! In this video, we're going to practice using Properties tool to adjust components. With the component library and the tool Properties, we can model the cabinets very quickly and without much effort. So firstly, select the icon Return Home to open the library. Then select a cabinet, for example. Then select Properties and select the frame. Let's adjust general parameters first. Untick the box so that the side panels cover the top, or vice versa. Bottom overlay. Sheet thickness is the thickness of the panels. Frame width 1800. Type in the value and then enter, or type in the value and then left click somewhere else. Frame depth 600. We can add more top, bottom, right or left sheets. For example, 2 top sheets, and for the inset values, if we type in a positive value 17, for example, then it goes inward, but a negative value -17, then it goes outward. Next, back panel. Back groove depth 9 mm. Back thickness 6 mm. Back inset, also a positive or negative value, -6, so that it covers the side panels. In case the back panel is larger than a material board, then we have to split it. In split equation, there are 2 ways to type in. First, a slash and the number of the equal parts. It can be split vertically or horizontally. The second way is type in the dimensions. The dimensions are separated with a comma, 600 and the rest. So 600, 600 and the rest. Safe is a safe gap between the back panels, 10 for example. Left, right, top, bottom gaps. Type in the value. It can be positive or negative as well. 100 for left gap, for example. Next, top cover back or back covers top. Bottom cover back or back covers bottom. Next, stretchers on the top. 1 stretcher at the front, and the dimension is the height of the stretcher, 33. It can lay on the top horizontally or vertically. Inset -17. And also for top stretcher at the back, one for example, 33. Back distance is the distance from the stretcher to the back panel, for example 10. Next, additional top stretchers, and we need at least 2 in quantity, 3 for example, and dimension 33. I'm gonna use resize panel tool to resize the stretcher so that it covers the top and this one, the side panels. Next, stretchers below the top. We do the same as top stretchers. One at the front, horizon, so it lays like this, and one at the back, and also the distance to the back panel, 10 for example. And we can also add additional stretchers, 3. Let's move on to nailer strip. In a box, type in the height of the nailer strip. For example, for the bottom nailer strip height, 100. Then we get a nailer strip here. Next, drawer support. Also 2 ways. Divide it by 2 equally, or 3 or 4, or any numbers. Lay horizontally or vertically, or can be inset or not. And the second way, type in the dimensions, 400 for example, and it's divided from the bottom to top, or 400 and then 500. Next, it's kick. Toe kick overlay bottom, then tick the box, or the bottom overlay the toe kick, untick it. And if we use separated toe kick, then tick here. You can add more toe kick panels. Toe base height 80. Toe base inset 0, and add 1 toe kick at the back We can adjust the back inset. Additional toe kick. I want 2 additional toe kicks here in the middle, so I'm gonna add 4 and then remove the 2 others with a tool remove sheet and then remove the 2 of them. Next is filler. For left filler and right filler, type in the dimension 100 for the left filler. It's the width of the filler. Inset minus 17, for example. And to remove it, we can set it back to 0. And lastly, it's divider inset. For example, I set an inset value 1.5 for all the horizontal and vertical dividers. And then, if I section the cabinets to create partitions, for example, then you can see that all the dividers and the shelves have been inset 1.5 milli. And later, if I have finished modeling the cabinet, I can save it to my library. Then select Save to Cloud. Enter the name, and we can also choose the file image, for example 123, and then hit Save. And to go to the library, select this icon and then My Library. So 123 here, it's my cabinet that I have saved. Select it and then place it in SketchUp. Later, we still can adjust the properties however we want. For example, 2400 in width, then it changes accordingly. And for fitting, I suggest that we do fitting after we have finished modeling the cabinet. But for demonstration, let's say, tick Generate Fitting so that it generates fitting automatically. And then select the fitting type, Camlock for example. Generate label. Do edge banding. Select the type. Make groove. And adjustable dowel. If there are adjustable shelves in the cabinet, then we select it. And later, it's going to create holes for adjustable dowel. And tick No Drawer Connector to not generate fitting connector for the doors inside the cabinet. And if we want to edge band all the edges, then tick All Edge Banding. And for fitting, I'm going to explain it more in a video about fitting. So basically, we have got a frame. For other tool instructions and practice, see you in the next videos.